The desk railway was a busy railway. As spring was now here, the engines were working very hard. The engines liked spring. The engines loved the fresh air and the warm sun. James was taking a passenger train when he noticed Thomas in a siding. "Hello, Thomas," said James. "You seem in a happy mood." "Yes, I am. The sun is out and the sky is so blue. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" James heard some buzzing. "What's that sound?" he said. "Oh, those are the bees," said Thomas. "I am helping the vicar to replace the old beehives with the new ones. And trust me, the bees love the new hives. But sadly, the third one has been delayed, but Crust will be taking it." "But Crust is a bus, not a truck." "I know, but he'll be getting a wagon. The beehive will be at the big station." "But is it dangerous to take a beehive with tons of bees?" "Kind of," said Thomas. "But the good thing about bees is, if you piss them off, they'll attack you, but if you don't, they'll leave you alone." "Oh, okay." Soon, Boco arrived. "Take care, you two. Don't make the bees angry. They might sting you." James didn't like to be told what to do, especially from a diesel. So with that, he buzzed away. "Don't mind him, Boco. He still doesn't trust diesels. Even if diesels are nice, he still will not trust them." "Don't worry, I don't mind." "Goodbye, Thomas. See you, Boco." Bill and Ben were shunting trucks in the yard. But when they saw Boco coming in, the two quickly puffed away. "I remember the first time I met those two," said Boco. "They nearly made my eyes pop out." Edward is the only angel to keep Bill and Ben in order. Sometimes I call them the bees. Good name too. They're terrors when they start buzzing around. Then with that, James puffed in. "What's that, Duck?" said James. "Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all, so don't let that buzzbox diesel tell you different." "His name is Boco and he didn't wee. I wouldn't even care if tons or thousands of bees were swarming around me. I'll just blow smoke and make them buzz off." "Buzz, buzz, buzz," said Duck. "Ah, go to hell, Duck." And James puffed away. The next day, James came to collect his train. "Ah, what a beautiful day, and everyone could see my lovely red coat of paint." The passengers were getting ready to get on board. A workman was pulling a trolley with a beehive, and he was being very careful. "Mind your backs, special load coming through." Then there was trouble. The trolley fell off the platform. The beehive fell and broke open. Everyone panicked and everyone ran out of the station. "Huh? What's going on?" he said. Then he heard her familiar sound. "That's not a good sound," he said. The bees were too cold to be cross, so they buzzed around James's cab at the driver and fireman. Hopefully they will mend their hive, but he didn't understand, nor his driver. "Stay back, you bitches! I'm allergic to bees!" So the bees turned to James. His boiler was nice and warm. "Hey, buzz off! Buzz off, you bitches!" One bee burned her foot. "Oh, ah, phew, phew!" The bee thought that James burned her on purpose. "What the? Where did he go?" "Oh shit!" The bee was so crushed, she stung James right back at the nose. Ow! The scream echoed around the shunting yards. "The bitch!" James, his driver, and fireman had enough for today. My nose! It looks just like a tomato! "Come on, James, we need to go and get rid of these bees." They didn't notice until too late. They left the coaches behind. They tried to get rid of the bees. James went as fast as he can, but none of the bees fallen off. Then they tried soaking them with the water tower, but the bees clung harder to James's boiler. Then they tried smoking the bees out by staying in the tunnel, but nothing worked. These fucking goddamn bees! It's hopeless. We're never gonna get these bees off my ass. Well, I guess I got another plan. We could just go back to the orchard and wait till the another hive comes in. Are you fucking kidding me? We could just go all the way back to the orchard and let these bees go into their new hives? Actually, yes. Fuck you, bitch. Lady was waiting for James with the bees. Soon James came to the orchard. The bees saw their new hive. The bees buzzed off of James's boiler and went back into their new hive. Well done, James. Your boiler saved the bees. But James didn't say anything. He just puffed crossly away. Soon James was back at the sheds feeling awful. But something's strange. I feel like something's missing, like I'm forgetting something. Then suddenly James looked back in surprise. Oh God, the coaches! The passengers! James cried. Then suddenly he heard a familiar horn. Don't worry, James, I took care of that. James was confused. Wait, what do you mean? Well, I saw you leaving the station without your passengers, so I decided to take the passenger train right on time, too. James sighed with relief. I'm sorry, Boco, for being rude to you. It's no problem, James. Can we please be friends? Of course, James, I will happy to do that. But just be careful next time when you deal with bees. James laughed at the joke. James now knows that not all diesels are that bad. And James is very happy indeed to be friends with Boco.
The shits never end. You can't touch my riches. Even if you had MC Hammer and them 357 bitches. Biggie Smalls, a millionaire, the mansion, the yacht, the 2 weed spots, the 2 hot blocks. That's how I got the weed spot. I shot Dre.